all-pro wide receiver for the Oilers, the Titans. And as it were, he's all-league backcourt and front-court star with the Houston Rockets and two-time world championship contender, our man Bobby Joe Reed. So let's hear it for him. Let's hear it for him. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Listen, this morning, or last night rather, I was listening to some of the rhetoric being tossed around by different politicians and pundits on TV recently over the whole Black Lives Matter discussion. And it struck me that we as a people are still in a struggle for personhood in so many respects. Somehow after all the contributions, after all the various sacrifices and all the achievements, we still find ourselves being denied freedom to live while black in our own communities, in our own inner sanctums. So I spoke recently to an authority on American history, particularly as it pertains to Civil War history. And I asked him to come in and give us some perspective. So please welcome to the platform a friend of the show, Civil War historian and professor emeritus at Delaware State University, Dr. Bradley Sculcher will be here shortly. And we're going to be flattered to have him with us today, and I want to dive right into some serious questions and pertinent questions regarding Civil War and how it pertains to this day and how it has impacted this day, and the lessons we carry from that miserable conflict that some historians say absolutely defined us and sort of molded us into who we are today. There's one particular historian, the late Shelby Foote, was featured in various documentaries, and he talks about how if you don't understand that war, you'll never understand America. He says America is the that the Civil War was the cause of our being and the spirit of our being to this day and time. And Shelby, the late Shelby, was indeed a very serious historian about that war. He understood that war precisely. He understood the implications of that war. Being a Southerner himself, he also had some complexities about what that meant from a lost cause perspective, et cetera, and sort of took the romance out of that whole entire notion, even as a Southerner. But Dr. Sculcher has lots of scholarship in that area. He's done studies in that area. He's done obviously a lot of teaching and academic kinds of leadership in that discussion and that entire topic. And can't wait to get him here today. This war lasted, as most historians would suggest, in combat terms, approximately 4 years. There were several years, or at least a few years, before African-American troops were allowed to enter that entire fray. And according to history, Lincoln and or General Grant credits those particular soldiers referred to as United States Colored Troops, the vernacular of the time, USCT. And USCT, particularly out of the Connecticut trainees, those who trained at the Connecticut 31st and the fabled Massachusetts 54th, received medals of honor and medals of freedom and some of the highest military medals one can be awarded, the highest military medals one can be awarded. To my knowledge, and Dr. Sculcher will absolutely educate us on this, but I think it was perhaps 15 or 16 different medals that were awarded from so-called colored troops. And Lincoln and Grant credit those soldiers with turning the tide of that war. By the time they entered, that war was in balance. That war was at a crux. It was undecided. And with some horrific battles had been won, fought and lost, fought and won, but the casualty rate was extraordinarily high. And these brave troops, these particularly brave troops called colored troops, were given assignments that was fraught with peril. These assignments weren't exactly calculated to be successful, but they made the best of them and won some of those particular battles. And it also accounted for the unusually high casualty rate among some of those soldiers from a percentage perspective, because they went into almost ambush-laden situations and managed to bring some victory and gain some ground in those particular battles. The professor will be able to give us much more information about the specificity of those battles and where they were fought and what they meant. But please welcome to the platform a friend of the show, Civil War historian and professor emeritus at Delaware State University, right after we come back from this short message. Thank you very much.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus.
And we're back. Athletes United podcast, 1540 AM and 101.7 FM Houston. On Edge Radio, where truth still matters. As we broke, we were talking about Civil War matters and some of the peculiarities of that war and what it meant at that particular time and the implications for today. A particular noted authority that I've consulted about this is none other than our friend of the show, Civil War historian and professor emeritus at Delaware State University, Dr. Bradley Skelcher. Are you there, Professor?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Very good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good, good. We're flattered to have you with us today, and I'll just dive right in. The Civil War lasted approximately 4 years. I think I mentioned that. And African Americans were not allowed to fight in combat roles en masse until 1863, following the Emancipation Proclamation. Now, there were attempts to enlist African American soldiers before, but this changed with proclamation. Would you discuss the process that led the Union to recruit African Americans to serve in combat roles?
Yes, it was a slow process. Beginning with use of runaway enslaved African Americans as labor. In particular, Cincinnati used them to build defense works in case of a Southern invasion.
I see.
The process towards enlisting African Americans, and I must say that they fought in every war that the United States ever fought in, began slowly. And like so many military efforts, African Americans were in the Navy. And on September 25th, 1861, Secretary of Navy Gideon Welles allowed the recruitment of African Americans into the Navy at the rank of, quote, boy, unquote.
Wow.
At $10 per month. And he stipulated under no circumstances that the, quote, boys, unquote, boys on ships were expected to shoot rebels. Secretary of War Secretary Cameron was less subtle when he authorized Brigadier General Thomas Sherman to hire black fugitives for service in South Carolina. And in this proclamation in October 1861, he said there was no intent for them to arm them as soldiers.
Interesting. By fugitive,
However,
if I could just clarify something,
sure.
Professor. By fugitive, you refer to slaves who had, ran away to pursue freedom.
yes,
Okay, very good.
freedom seekers.
All right.
And eventually Cameron came around to advocating them to be used as soldiers. However, Lincoln refused that and removed them from office, mainly because of theft.
Theft.
And he was stealing everything from bed blankets for hospitals to munitions.
My God.
However, he didn't completely remove him from government service. He sent him abroad as ambassador. This started to change on May 23rd, 1861. General Benjamin Butler responded to the increasing numbers of runaway enslaved African Americans crossing over to Union lines by declaring them contraband of war.
Contraband of war.
Yes, which was a brilliant legal solution
Yes, it was.
and formed the foundation for the following Confiscation Act.
So by declaring them
Jefferson
contraband,
Davis.
help us understand this. By declaring
Yes.
them contraband, they were no longer subject to, I guess, unilateral agreements about runaways being returned, etc.
Exactly,
All right.
exactly.
All right.
Because it eventually led to the solution that they were in a state of rebellion. So therefore, using the British precedent, going back to Lord Dunmore's proclamation in Virginia that said all enslaved African Americans owned by plantation owners in rebellion were free. And he even started the first black royal regiment called the Royal Ethiopians.
Interesting.
And this was subsequently followed through the War of 1812.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it had legal foundation.
Well, was there some discussion about, regarding the secessionists, was there some discussion about them being technically another country, if you will?
That was the delicate issue that Lincoln had to find legal solutions. He never considered the South an independent nation, meaning he never recognized their secessionist ordinances.
I see.
And in so doing, they were not at a state of war, which would have allowed France and England to come in and recognize them as such,
I see.
because they needed the cotton.
By all means. That must have been that had to be a precarious situation, Professor. How on earth would say, I'm sure a very observant England and countries like that stay out of that fray? They saw an opportunity to take advantage of it, I'm sure. There was plenty of opportunities.
They wanted. There were two reasons why they did not.
Uh-huh.
The populace in both countries were bitterly opposed to slave labor,
Okay.
especially the laboring classes. And there were strong anti-slavery movements within both countries. France and England had both abolished slavery in their colonies.
Yeah.
And the other reason was they found solutions for cotton in Egypt, which was actually a better cotton.
Interesting.
And so at that point, there was no fear of foreign intervention.
There were almost economic pressures to end that war as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, given the racism of the day in both North and in the South, how were African Americans treated during the service, such as pay inequities?
First of all, let me mention that racism was the ethos of most Americans at the time of the Civil War, believing the racial theories of the day or just plain racism.
That makes sense.
Initially, as I said, African Americans served in labor units around Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Some served as servants who also fought. In military units, they were paid $10 per month, out of which they had to buy food and clothing, leaving them with about $7. Whites were paid $13 per month and received clothing and food in addition to their pay. This was eventually equalized.
Interesting.
In November 1863, Sergeant William Walker of the 3rd South Carolina Infantry took dramatic action to express a grievance shared by his fellow African-American soldiers. He seized control of companies A and B, stacked their arms until equal pay. He was arrested and tried for mutiny and was found guilty and executed by firing squad on February 29, 1864. He was 23 years old.
Give us
in June.
Give us his name again,
Sorry?
Professor.
His name was Sergeant William Walker of the 3rd South Carolina Infantry.
All right, very good.
Congress did pass an Equity Act in June of 1864 that provided African American soldiers with the same pay and benefits and made it retroactive.
I see.
They received same rations and supplies and received comparable medical care, which was important because they died at 9-to-1 ratio from medical treatment.
Hold that point right there,
compared to the white
Professor.
soldiers.
Hold that point right there. I'd like to take a break at that moment, but that's an interesting point, and it's 16 minutes after the hour, and we're talking with Professor Emeritus Dr. Bradley Skelcher from Delaware State University, Civil War historian and American historian, and we'll be right back after this moment. Come on back with us.
Edge Radio Network, where we have conscious conversation.
Edge is about love, relationships, and healing.
Edge Radio is for everyone and about everyone.
Edge is about working together.
Edge Radio is about recreating a beautiful body.
Edge is about community, synergy, and empowerment.
Edge is about being kind, compassionate, and loving to all.
Edge Radio is about beauty and fashion.
各位观众 ，Edge Radio 是大家最好听的一个电台，不要忘记听哦。Yeah, I love Radio. You can hear all about the topic and join us soon.
Edge is about being on the edge and not jumping. Yes.
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters. Been feeling a little edgy lately? Listen to Edge Radio. That'll push you over the top. 1540 AM and 101.7 FM.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals.
We're back on the Athletes United podcast, 1540 AM and 101.7 FM Houston on Edge Radio, where truth still matters. Our line's open today at 832-230-5592. Call in and give us your questions and feedback. Again, that's 832-230-5592. We're speaking today with Dr. Bradley Skelcher, Professor Emeritus at Delaware State University. And he is giving us some enlightenment and a lot of erudition on Civil War history and its implications for today. Dr. Bradley, how did the Confederacy respond to the Union recruitment of African American soldiers into the Navy and Army?
They did not respond very well.
As would be expected.
First of all, Jefferson Davis issued an executive order in December 1862 against Benjamin Butler, who had transferred from the Virginia campaign to New Orleans district. He was the first to arm the black citizenry of New Orleans for self-defense. The Confederates actually had an opportunity to use the Tiger Home Guard, which were African Americans, but they refused to use black soldiers in arms. So they went over to Butler to join his new home guard.
I see.
In response in December of 1862, Jefferson Davis issued an executive order, and that essentially gave permission to anyone to execute Benjamin Butler on sight without trial, and any commissioned officers under his command were to be considered robbers and criminals deserving of death if caught.
Interesting.
And non-commissioned officers were, and private soldiers were also instruments of these criminal activities perpetuated upon the homeland, as he put it.
Wouldn't this be considered ordinary?
To quote, that all Negro slaves captured in arms be at once delivered over to the executive authorities of respective states to which they belong, to be dealt with according to the laws of said state. And that meant they could be executed as armed slaves in insurrection.
Well,
And so
let me ask
that
you a
became
question.
the standard of the day for African-American soldiers captured in combat.
Very
They
interesting.
were to be essentially executed on sight if they survived to be re-enslaved.
Let me ask you a question regarding that. Would that not be considered a war crime, or was it something that wasn't exactly codified in that day and time?
No, actually, it wasn't considered a war crime. At least as far as I recollect, no one was prosecuted on that. Not even Nathan Bedford Forrest, who was one of the founders of the KKK or the Grand Dragon. He attacked Fort Pillow in Tennessee on April 12, 1864. And his soldiers massacred both white and black soldiers. About 200 African-American soldiers were massacred. He bragged about that until he was threatened by the Union to be captured and executed for murder. He said not anything to do with it. They were out of control.
Well, speaking.
Technically, I suppose if caught doing this, you could be put on trial and executed.
Interesting.
And in 1863, the Confederate Congress did threaten to severely punish officers of black troops and enslaved black soldiers. Lincoln did issue General Order 233, which threatened reprisal on the Confederacy and any POWs brought for any mistreatment of black troops. That generally restrained them, but still, the Confederates, like at the Battle of Crater, essentially executed any soldiers that were caught in the in the crater in the melee.
You've mentioned Fort Pillow and Battle of Crater. What were some of the other notable battles in which African Americans fought?
There were numerous. To summarize some of the battles, I'm not going in order here, but for example, in September 1864, the Battle of New Market, Sergeant Major Christian Fleetwood won the Medal of Honor. He was a sergeant in the 4th USDT, and those sergeants assumed leadership of that battle. After the battle, Fleetwood described the day, and quote, "When the charge was started, our color guard was full, 2 sergeants and 10 corporals. Only one of the 12 came off that field on his own feet. Most of them are still." It was a deadly hailstorm of bullets, men down as hailstorms swept the leaves from the trees. It was very evident that there was too much work cut out for our 2 regiments. We struggled through 2 lines of about us and a few getting through the palisades, but it was sheer madness.
So someone had the
Butler,
someone had the actual presence of mind to document their struggle, as it were, huh?
yes, Fleetwood was a Medal of Honor winner, as I said, and even though most of the enslaved, most of the USCT comprised of runaway enslaved African Americans, there were some highly well-educated, college-educated soldiers, like in the 54th. And Butler's report to Secretary of War Edwin Stanton 4 days after the battle, it read, quote, "My colored troops under General Payne carried entrenchments at the point of a bayonet. It was most gallantly done, with most severe loss. The praises are in the mouth of every officer in this army. Treated fairly and disciplined, they have fought most heroically." And keep in mind, it was General Butler who insisted upon using African-American troops, essentially integrated into the Ninth Corps.
Dr. Skelter, who by name convinced Lincoln to allow black troops to enter this fray? How was he compelled to do this?
I'd have to say not one person, as far as I know, convinced Lincoln to use all black troops in the Union. Clearly, Frederick Douglass and his public pronouncements had an impact. And keeping in mind, he did not meet with Douglass until August of 1863.
I see.
In which Douglass was arguing for equal pay and treatment for African American soldiers and sailors. But one thing Douglass did say, once let the black man get upon this person the brass letters U.S., let him get an eagle on his button and a musket on his shoulder and bullets in his pocket, and there is no power on earth which can deny that he has earned the right to citizenship.
On earth.
However, I believe the ones who convinced Lincoln were the freedom-seeking enslaved Africans who escaped to the Union lines. Self-liberation of the slaves in the South was the key to, I think, convincing Lincoln that this was to be done. And plus, morale in the North was waning, and they needed new blood into the system. And so I argued that up until this point, no word, the enslaved African Americans in the South had received no word as to the intent of this war, and so they made up their own concepts of what was happening in the North, and declared this a war for liberation, for their liberation. And through their own agency, they self-liberated, and they freed themselves, and they moved into places like Berry Farm in Anacostia, which was one of the major destinations for the freedom seekers. And one of my former graduate students, by the way, worked diligently to save Berry Farm from gentrification, and it was successful in doing so.
That's wonderful.
And right there in the midst of the district, they could not help but to see the impact of the war, and convinced through all these other steps that we discussed earlier, convinced Lincoln and the North that this was essential.
So, truthfully, there's an entirely different narrative about who freed the slaves, if you will. You're telling me that it was effort on their part. It was self-liberating. It was effort on their part. They weren't really interested in just escaping Southern, enslavement and chattel treatment. They were interested in liberation, final liberation and freedom. So they fought for their freedom. They fought for their liberation. Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly. It was self-liberation. Begging and pulling the North into that.
Very good. Who was Wilbur McLean, and can you tell us his historical significance? And I want you to hold that for one moment because we're going to take a short break here. And we're talking with Professor Bradley Skelter, Professor Emeritus of Delaware State University, noted Civil War and American historian. And we'll be right back. Come on back with us.
Edge Radio Network, where we have conscious conversation.
Edge is about love, relationships, and healing.
Edge Radio is for everyone and about everyone.
Edge is about working together.
Edge Radio is about recreating a beautiful body.
Edge is about community, synergy, and empowerment.
Edge is about being kind, compassionate, and loving to all.
And Edge Radio is about beauty and fashion.
各位观众 ，Edge Radio 是大家最好听的一个电台，不要忘记听哦。Yeah, I love radio. You can hear all about the topic and join us soon.
Edge is about being on the edge and not jumping. Yes.
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters. Been feeling a little edgy lately? Listen to Edge Radio. That'll push you over the top. 1540 AM and 101.7 FM.
Between the ages of 0 and 5, a child's mind is very impressionable. Researchers call it the theta brainwave. This low frequency is the state of consciousness between the conscious and subconscious worlds. In this state, the mind is capable of deep and profound learning, healing, and growth. There is a subconscious loop that's created during these early years. Who you believe you are has been downloaded based on experiences that you have had. A bad experience could create fears and limitations. Do you love who you are? Do you believe in yourself? The reality is that you can't control your childhood. All you can do is interpret it. You can choose to see your good and your value. Try this experiment. Project forward. See yourself at 80 years old. Now you have lived a lifetime. What advice would you have for your younger self? What risks would you have taken? What relationships would you have avoided? Did you celebrate life? Did you allow yourself to feel, to be present? Your 80-year-old self would tell you to not live in fear, to have faith that things will work out, that all you have to do is persist until...
We're back once again with Athletes United Podcast, 1540 AM and 101.7 FM Houston on Edge Radio, where truth still matters. Our lines are still open. We've had some feedback from our callers, 832-230-5592. Call in and give us all your questions and feedback. Again, that's 832-230-5592. As we broke, we were asking a question about a rather peculiar character of the Civil War by the name of Wilbur McLean. Professor Skelter, can you give us some insight on this character and what his significance was in this entire matter?
Yeah, his historical significance was, as it's been said, was that the Civil War seemed to have stalked him from the beginning to the end. Even though he was too old to fight on the side of the Confederacy. His last house was the McLean House in Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia.
A very safe place.
If that gives you a hint.
Gives me a hint. So somehow he was
And,
caught up in the romance of it, or was his homes and farms affected? I mean, what happened to this person?
Yeah, well, his first house was destroyed in the first battle of Manassas.
Wow.
And then after the second battle of Manassas, he moved to Appomattox Courthouse.
These battles of Manassas, were they also known as Bull Run? Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that was his distinction.
Started in his living room, ended in his parlor, huh?
Yes.
That's curious. I'm always curious about that. What percentage of the entire American population do you think fought in that war, and how far across the country would that war extend? I mean, we tend to think of the war as being somewhere in the South, somewhere in Virginia, Tennessee, Georgia, perhaps. But that war, to my understanding, extended further.
Let me answer that question first. The Civil War raged from the Atlantic coast to the New Mexico territory, and from the Gulf of Mexico to the shores of Ohio River, even to the source of the Mississippi River in Minnesota territory. It even extended across the Atlantic Ocean to the coast of France at Cherbourg, where, I might add, African-American seaman Joaquin Peace of the United States Navy won the Medal of Honor.
Really?
On June 19, 1864, I quote, "Acting as loader on the number 2 gun during this bitter engagement, Peace exhibited marked coolness and good conduct and was highly recommended by the divisional officer for gallantry under fire."
Isn't that proud? I mean, that's unknown. That's kind of obscure history, and that is, heretofore hidden. But he was a soldier, a sailor, and is that what I'm getting? He was a sailor?
Yes, a loader.
A loader.
Gunner.
This guy was into the gunnery. He was into the fray. My. See, these kind of historical...
Very important job.
Yes, it is. Yes, it was. And these kind of historical tidbits tend to be lost.
Yeah. And regarding the demographics, the population in the United States was 31,443,321. There were 2,980,000 soldiers that served on both sides. That comprised about 10.5% of the total population. That compares to about 3% of the total population that fought in the American Revolution.
Interesting.
There were 9 people living in the South, and about 10% of its population fought. There were about 4 million of those that were enslaved in the South. And if you include them in the military effort, they provided the labor. The total deaths, there were over 600,000. That amounted to about 2.5% of the total population that died compared to the total percentage of the American population fought in the American Revolution.
And
for example, Michigan lost 15,000 soldiers, over 2% of its population. One community in the Aryan country lost its entire male population that served in the Civil War.
Really?
In the North, there were about 22 million Americans, and that meant about 10.5% of the northern population. About 200,000 African Americans fought on the northern side, which was about 20% of the African American population. And as I mentioned before, their death rates were comparable to the Union soldiers, but when it came to medical care, they died at a 9-to-1 rate compared to the whites.
So even then,
about 40,000 that died, about 10,000 in battle.
So you're telling me even then, healthcare outcomes was an issue for men?
Exactly.
Mercy.
Which is, I think, is going to be on the on a priority for the federal government in upcoming in the upcoming year at least.
I would think so.
There were 3,530 Native Americans who fought for the Union, and 1,000 were killed. If you can see that death rate, that was phenomenal.
That was.
And some may have been Native Americans. In the Indian Territory, there were black Indians.
Really? Such as the Floridians and those in Choctaw, Georgias and that kind of
yes.
Yeah.
Black Seminoles, Choctaw, all the so-called 5 civilized tribes, Cherokee. And by the way, the Cherokee understand Wadey had mounted infantry, I believe, that fought at the Battle of Pea Ridge, and they were Native Americans fighting for the Confederacy.
Well, without advanced medicines, antibacterial medicines, antibiotics, there's just no telling the number of eventual casualties or eventual deaths from wounds and various injuries of that war, is there? There's no accounting for that, is there?
Yeah, clearly more people died from disease and wounds. However, the death rate among the North was about 14%, which was dramatic improvement over previous years because of American sanitation. And to just give you a little side story, after the Civil War, the surplus Union field hospitals were used in Delaware for the first African American schools.
Immediately following the Civil War?
Beginning in 1867, yeah.
I see. Given that, can you give us some insight how African Americans fared immediately after the Civil War? I mean, they fought in noble battles. They died at a rather rigid rate and high rate. They were compelled to fight for the struggle for their own freedom and liberation. Now the war is over, and obviously Lincoln is dead. But what became of them, if you will? What was the general feeling of the nation towards them, gratuitously?
Of course, it varied from the North to the South. In the South, they were hated. In the North, there was still racism, but an understanding how important their comrades fought in arms. Here in Delaware, I'll give you an example of what happened with one Civil War veteran. Colleague of mine, he's at St. Thomas University in Minneapolis, Minnesota, is now directing a center for race issues. He was doing research on William Obie Evans, who was, we found his grave in the cemetery. He was a veteran. He was lynched in Leipzig, Delaware in 1867. They started counting lynchings, I believe, in 1882. So there's a huge gap between the end of the Civil War in 1882, and what he's doing is attempting to fill those gaps.
I see.
Black soldiers were not allowed to take their arms home with them, unlike the Confederate soldiers, who were allowed their sidearms and horses.
That's correct.
After the Civil War, Andrew Johnson forced many to return land to former slave owners and sign labor contracts that made them virtual slaves, even though the Freedmen's Bureau and several government actions, military actions, took the confiscated land and handed it over to the former enslaved African Americans that worked those, like the Port Royal experiment on the Rice Islands in South Carolina.
So
under the Pap Singleton, the Exodusters moved west into Kansas and establishing what they considered African communities in the West. Pap Singleton initially wanted to go back to Africa, but it was beyond the means of most of the newly freedmen to be able to make passage. So what they did, they moved into the West, like Nicodemus in Kansas, established African communities there. Singleton even testified to Congress. What people were wanting to know what's happening in the South. The African Americans were leaving, and they were going into places like Kansas territory, even in Texas. There were places like Shackletonville that were substitutes for Africa. They were trying to recreate what they imagined their past ancestors came from in the West.
Trying to reconnect with the culture.
Exactly. So you saw these communities throughout the West being established. The military established all-black regiments, the 9th and 10th Buffalo Soldiers Cavalry, and the 24th and 25th Infantry. That played significant roles in the in Western expansion and the Plains Indian Wars.
Well, you're talking about, you mentioned how some of the Southern conscripts were given means of restarting their lives after the war, where the African-American soldiers weren't even allowed to carry their arms home, less known their horses. It's this kind of negligence, Dr. Skelter, that translated eventually into the kind of disparities we saw from that day to this.
Yes, it's a long, those roots of racism that we're seeing now are deep. They were the ethos, and for many Americans it seems still the ethos of racism and racialism that were 19th century constructs simply to justify the institution of slavery in the South.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, what we know in the academia doesn't reach out into the community that often, and certainly there is a time lag.
Yes. Is it true that the Honorable Harriet Tubman served the leader of the renowned Massachusetts 54th, Colonel Robert Gould Shaw, his last meal before that final assault on Wagner?
She certainly did.
I thought that was a myth.
And
I'm glad you cleared that up.
No, it actually, Clara Barton, it was said to have introduced Harriet Tubman to Colonel Shaw as she brought in his Last Supper. She brought it in. She worked as a cook, a spy. She was a commander of troops. General Tubman actually was with Colonel Montgomery and the Union troops when they rescued 700 slaves during a mission in Florida.
Interesting.
Yeah, she was quite a remarkable woman. And when you think of the abolitionist circles at the time, these networks ran deep, and most people in the North would have known Harriet Tubman by then because she was outspoken at abolitionist meetings, raising funds and such.
All right.
And so on that the Port Royal experiment. The chief engineer of the Underground Railroad here in Delaware, John Hahn, who lost his fortune for helping the Hawkins family escape to freedom from Maryland. He went to join the other abolitionists to create what later became the Freedmen's Bureau, where they took the land, confiscated those plantations, turned them over to the former slaves, and then they created schools.
Well, that's interesting.
Just like what we created later, the Freedmen's Bureau schools.
Thanks so much for bringing some erudition and clarity to that. Now I have a final question for you, Dr. Skelter. And it's a most significant question here, and we know that there were brave and noble characters in that war, and we know that many of them had to be psychologically and physically superior athletes to accomplish what they did. But if you yourself had been a general in charge of one of those great battles and needed just one athlete to turn the tide of the war, just one who was mentally and physically superior to all the rest, and you could pick any one from across any point in history, across any time continuum, who would you have chosen?
Well, I'd have to say the great Bobby Joe Reed.
Bobby Joe Reed, yes indeed, yes indeed. We appreciate that answer, Dr. Skelter. Thanks for being on today. That's our show, and please thank our guest, Dr. Bryce Skelter, Professor Emeritus from Delaware State University, and join Big Mel and Bobby Joe again next week for another experience of Athletes United on 1540 AM and 101.7 FM on Edge Radio, where truth still matters. I'm out.
I want to introduce to you a gentleman that I've come to know and really appreciate, Dr. Raul Rodriguez from Rodriguez Rejuvenation. It's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Well, I started my career as in cosmetic surgery and aesthetic medicine over 20 years ago. And I've always been an innovator in everything that I've done. And I was fortunate enough to be featured on ABC News 2020 back in 2003 with Barbara Walters doing the introduction. Could this be the answer to your
Barbara
dreams?
Walters and Hugh Downs, right?
yeah, absolutely. Back then, he wanted up on the Give Me a Break segment with John Salza, but fortunately we were the featured segment on 2020. So I've always been an innovator in everything that I've done on the area of aesthetics and rejuvenation as well. I realized many years ago that it took more than just a scalpel to make somebody look younger and feel younger. And I incorporated into my practice bioidentical hormone replacement, optimal nutrition, other things. I mean, what's the use in looking younger if you don't feel good?
Yes.
So a lot of what I do and integrate in my practice is not just designed to help you look younger, help you look more fresh, for women as well as men, but also to make you feel younger and ultimately even function younger, as we'll get into a little bit more with our segment.
With regard to men and erectile dysfunction, this has become very pervasive, and to my surprise, I'm hearing men in their 30s are having issues right now. Is that right?
Yes, it's true. And in my practice, I've had a 50-something-year-old father that brought his 26-year-old son in because he had different issues.
Wow.
With the issue of erectile dysfunction, and I would like to rephrase that and let's rename it as erectile functioning, the circulation gets poorer as we get older, everywhere in our body. You know, our circulation gets bad in our legs, circulation gets bad in our heart, and eventually you die of a heart attack.
Right.
Well, the same thing happens with erectile function in men. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's not a psychological issue. It's an issue that simply has to do with the fact the circulation there is not as good as it was when you were 25 years old.
Yes.
But now we have technology to reverse some of those changes, some of that deterioration of circulation to help restore more normal blood flow and circulation to the area, even though it's 25 years down the road from when you used to be 25. The procedures that I'm talking about is a procedure that actually helps stimulate the formation of new blood